All right. And we are live. Oh, I saw the face, man. I saw the face. Yes, we are live. Hello, happy people, family members, friends, and colleagues. Um, we're doing something special, and one of those things is that we're bringing on the presenters for the Global Grief Conference 2023. And today we got a friend of mine and a colleague, and he works with men as well and canines. And today we have Michael Overlie. How you doing, my brother?
Fantastic, Tony. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes. Man, you enjoying this weather out here, man? Because you know it's snowing again, right?
I know, right? I was right there. Yeah, I
Yes,
love it.
I was just looking at that. I was like, no, this now I'm kind of over it right now. I'm kind of over it, But it's all good though, man. It's definitely all good. So, man, for the audience, tell people who you are and the work that you do.
Absolutely. I mean, this whole thing that Tony's doing, folks, is absolutely magical and incredible, and he's helping so many people with his work. And this is the face of grief, right? It does sure as hell doesn't seem like it now, but it definitely is and was. And it was grief that opened me up to the possibilities the rest of my life. And that's one of the things that I help other people see. So I have this amazing coaching practice called Dogs and Men, and I help guys learn to live a better life utilizing skills and lessons learned from their dogs. Right? It's fantastic. I know lots of tough guys who are not so tough when it comes to their dogs, and that's a way in. This being able to share yourself and express yourself in a way that you feel like you can't with other people in your life.
Right.
So that is just some of the amazing stuff I get to do.
Now, how did you get into the work that you're doing? I know we talked about it, but let's share just a little bit of how you got into it because you have an amazing story, man. And so yeah, just share a little bit for the audience.
Absolutely. So March of 2017, my older brother died, and he was my hero, man. No matter what, there was Bob, right? He
Hmm.
he was there, and when he died, I collapsed, I crumbled, writhing in pain, bawling. I'd lost my hero, the one guy who was always there for me. And what came from that was this other awareness that one, I didn't like who I was showing up as, right? How I was acting out in the world. And then two, I started noticing other things. And this amazing dog that I had at the time started, he's like, all right, you're ready. And he started just showing me all these other things that were possible. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. How did I not notice this? Um, yeah, I had to have something absolutely rock my world and shake me up pretty badly to get me to notice. And from that point, I started learning more and more and more about dogs and energy work and all these other things. And then I came to be doing what I'm doing now. And it was because of the love of this freaking little pit bull mixed dog. It's fantastic.
Wow, wow. And so you are presenting at this year's Global Grief Conference, correct?
Yes, sir.
And what day are you presenting on?
Sunday, April 30th, 7 a.m. Mountain.
7 a.m. Mountain Time. And what are you going to be bringing to the table? Yeah.
um, uh, Kind of what we just mentioned. So the topic, the title of my talk is "You Don't Know What You Don't Know."
Hmm.
So we, a lot of us are stuck in our ways, and we just can't see what maybe is actually going on out there, but more so in here.
Right.
And it takes a sometimes getting hit with a hammer, right, instead of a feather, to get that message across that there's something else that we need to work on. We don't know how to express ourselves. We don't know how to deal with our emotions. Men just we were trained actually not to do these things. So this is just a discovery to create some awareness around. There's reasons that you're unhappy. There's reasons that you can't let go of that grief. There's reasons that you can't move on in your life, can't be successful. I mean, whatever it is, right? It's all tied to the same thing that's wrapped up deep down inside.
Right. Yeah. Now, so for the audience that's coming in, if you guys can do me a favor, go ahead and put where you guys are from and things like that. Michael and I, we've known each other. He's been on my podcast before, and we've just became friends after that. This brotherhood and everything, and so we have a little bit of a history, man. And so we have a lot of fun when we're together, things like that, you know. So I'm really excited to have him here this year, you know, and we have some more great presenters as well. What do you think about the presenters that we have, man?
Where do you find these people?
You know what? It was one of those things, man. It created a platform because after last year's conference and everything, a lot of us, well, all of us decided to stay together, and we formed this group, the Global Grief Network, and then from there, it just kind of grew, you know, which you are a member of now. So you kind of see
Mhm.
you see the network that's growing on there. Like we
Yeah,
have fun, man. You know, we collaborate, we talk to each other, but it's a good place for us to be supported as well because as grief workers, we speak a different language, right? You
yeah,
know, we get excited when we talk about grief. Most people will perceive that as you know what I'm saying toxic or you know putting bad juju out there, but it's like a place where we can just kind of be ourselves,
hmm
you know?
yeah. No, amazing people, and I've connected with other folks from that network on a personal level. It's like, where have you people been? This is great, right? Yeah, and everybody has their own version, their own story and perspective
Right.
on what it was that happened and how they came to where they're at and the things that they needed to do to take care of themselves. It's magical, really, when you think about it.
It really is, man. I mean, for me to have that many grief workers in one place, as you know, and be doing the things that we're doing, you know, to be able to, you know, have those extra resources to be able to, you know, go in there and go, hey, I have this client and this person is going through such and such, and that person, you know, is going to connect with someone, and you know, it's going to be a good thing, you know, like
Mhm.
this person going to get top notch support, you know, and yeah, man, like that's crazy. I don't think I've ever imagined it being that way.
Well, it's time, Tony. I mean, turn on the news, right?
Oh man,
It's really interesting out there, and a lot of people are scared. They're afraid, and they don't know why, maybe necessarily. And this might help some folks notice some other things and realize, oh man, yeah, that does really bother me. Oh, why does this get to me and that doesn't? How do I heal that thing? How do I get access to that? So, yeah,
right.
the presenters in this conference are just mind blowing, and I'm honored and humbled to be with this group, and I'm super grateful.
Oh man, and you know the honor is mine, man, because without you guys, this group wouldn't be where it is and where it's going. And, you know what I'm saying, being able to make all of these things possible. You know, going back to the conference with the presenters, what are you excited most to see going into it? Because we did add in some few extra things and stuff like that. You know, Michelle just came in. Michelle Houghton, how you doing? She says she can't wait to watch this year's presenters. I mean,
Yay!
I know, right? It's exciting, man. It's so exciting leading up into it. You know, what are you most excited to see, or which presenters are you excited to hear from?
Um, well, I love listening to you. Absolutely love listening to you. And Dave Roberts.
Yes,
Oh my
he's
God, I can't wait to hear him speak again.
yes,
And he's doing this wonderful celebration over around the loss of his daughter.
mm-hmm.
Um, and so yeah, he put out another article that he shared with me today, and I was just like, whoa. So super about that. The biggest thing that I'm excited about is um, the awareness that's going to be created around the power of vulnerability,
Right,
right?
yeah,
And because most people see vulnerability as if you're vulnerable, then it's this, and it's not. It's this ability to take one step, to share one thing, to open yourself up a tiny bit more, and it actually turns into a superpower, right? It's a
yeah,
superpower. But as men specifically, we're raised to not show fear, don't show hurt, never let them see you cry, blah, 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 all this crap. And that was just handed down, right? Our parents weren't trying to hurt us, they just didn't know any better. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm super excited to see is that yeah, what we thought was normal is not normal.
This is true. The educational part that comes along with it, the reach for the most part, open up those doors for those other communities to come and actually see what we do, and get a better idea of the support that's going out there. Since I've been doing this work, I've watched the grief field just blossom. Right, it's just been exploding. I've been connecting with people from across the world, from New Zealand to Australia. As a matter of fact, another presenter that's going to be coming up soon is from Australia, Shauna Southern, and she. I've watched this woman. She was at last year's presenters, and so she was educating people on miscarriages, baby loss. So I'm excited for that because we live in a strange world, man. We definitely, and Billy Groom, we both know Billy, right? Billy's going
Billy's
to be up there as well, man. She's going to be talking about CBT, and so I'm excited to see that one as well. We have some veterans. Um, we got Jenny Dills and Claire. Have you? Yeah,
Jenny.
we have Claire.
Yeah, Jenny's amazing.
Jenny is amazing. That's how I met Dave was through Jenny. She's going to
Mm.
be coming up in the next couple of weeks as well. So I'm really excited about that. Um, Marty McNabb, have you had the chance to meet her?
Mm-mm.
She does a great segment where it's a panel, but people get to bring things in and talk about their loss and attachment to the object that they brought in. I don't know what she's doing this year, so that's going to be exciting as well. I know last year we had a blast. We
That's cool.
definitely had a blast, man. The table talks. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk a little bit about that as well. We're doing table talks at the end of the day, whereas our first segment on Friday, the 28th, will be from 8 to 10, and we're talking about grieving in different cultures and different religions.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah. And
yeah.
that's amazing, right? Because we all have, each society has its own rules and expectations, and then each
Mhm.
culture within that same thing. So why would it be the same next door, right? Why would it
Yeah.
be the same with the Latino family or the Thai family or the Chinese family? Well, of course it's not going to be exactly the same.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, Harvey's going to be a part of that. Harvey Lagur, he's going to be
Mhm.
hosting a lot of those table talks and everything like that. I'm excited to see how all of this plays out, man. I'm definitely.
Yeah,
We
Harvey's
got
got a
3
good
days.
show.
Yeah, well, we got 3 days of just greatness,
Yeah.
just pure greatness, man. Um, so are you doing any groups, or are you doing any public speaking right now? I know we talked about
I'm
that
not
for a
doing.
little bit, right?
Yeah, no, I'm open to it. Just haven't been pushing for any big gigs right now. I'm going to start hosting a new podcast with a woman who her name is Jeannie Joseph. She's a PhD and does specific work on the human animal connection.
Mm,
So just healing, man. It's all healing.
yeah.
So she and I connected, and I'm going to be hosting her show coming up. We're actually going to start recording next week.
Wow. What is it called?
Human animal connection.
Human animal. Oh, you did say that. See, I thought, okay.
Yeah,
So the
that's
human
what she
animal
writes about
connection.
and teaches about, but that's going to be the name of the podcast as well.
And where can people find that?
Oh, she's going to be on, iTunes and Spotify and all of them.
Okay. Yeah, you guys keep your eye on that, man. I'm really looking forward to that. One thing, did Dave tell you he's going to be doing a podcast as well?
Yeah, he mentioned it when we talked last time.
Yeah, I'm excited to do that. He was testing
Yeah.
out his new mic the last time that we talked. I was like, He think he's just, you know, like I felt kind of humble. He got a new mic. I was like, man, and the mic that he has is freaking awesome, man. And so yeah, there's a few other people that's coming down the pike as well. We have a
Yeah.
medium this year, right?
Yeah.
Um, what else do you got coming down the pike?
So I started another coaching practice too,
Okay.
working with, let's call them world shakers. So people who are doing business in a different way.
Hmm.
Certified B corporations, people who are in the small giants arena. These are people they're transparent in all areas of their business, right? I mean, you can find out exactly what each employee is making, and I mean, just all the way down the line. They're just an open book to the world. Um, they also treat their employees better, and they invest more money in their employees, and their benefits are better. And some of them are co-ops where the employees are owners of the company; they co-own the company. I mean, this is just this whole other way of being in the marketplace.
Right.
And so I started a consultancy basically, and I've got some other coaches that are working underneath me on a team to assist them in staying on their path and growing, accelerating their journeys.
So that's freaking amazing, man. I definitely enjoy that. Um, how can people find you?
Uh, Easiest way is Michael at dogsandmen.com.
Hmm.
Right. I'm on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. You can always hit me up either of those spots over there. Um, yeah, check it out.
It's freaking amazing, man. And so, just a reminder before we take off, the day that you're going to be presenting
Sunday, April 30th, 7 a.m. Mountain
and,
Time.
and the topic that you're going to be presented on.
You don't know what you don't know.
And I'm definitely looking forward to it. And
It's
for those
good.
people who are tuning in right now, thank you guys for tuning in. And this is another Global Grief Conference presenters interview with Michael Overlie. Guys, go if you guys haven't already, go ahead and register for the conference. Make sure you got a spot in there and everything. If you guys want to view it on YouTube, go ahead and head over to the channel, subscribe to it. It's um, Grief Let's Talk About It podcast on YouTube. And we have a whole lot of other things that are going on the channel as well, for as live discussions, live panel discussions, interviews, and things like that. So go over there and show some support, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe, hit that bell, leave us a comment, share, and tell us what you guys think about it. And as always, I am Tony Lynch. I am the host of this year's Global Grief Conference 2023. And stay tuned because we have another great presenter coming in Friday, Ada. And she has yes, I know, right? I'm
I
excited, man. I'm
know.
excited to
Yeah.
bring her on. She's a yoga instructor, grief coach, has her own thing going on, but I don't want to give too much away. You know what I'm saying? You guys tune in Friday. We'll be doing the same time, 2 p.m. Mountain Time. Until that time, guys, thank you. Looking forward to seeing you at the conference. And as always, thank you for allowing us to support you. Love you.
Love you.